livey live. Wait a few minutes for people to come in, and we will then start. Director's busy with a game. I think she finally heard me. Here comes the director. Here to save the day. After I yelled at you for being on a game. If my director would be so kind to share this, it would be lovely. See if any of our peeps want to see this. Yeah, I didn't hear you. I know. Rom, you coming up here to say hello? There's no one here but Nana. Hi. Yes, Rom's here. He said, wait, what's going on? Yes. Love Bug Central right here. Let me get off this one. There's a baby. There's a baby. Yeah, no one sees you, baby. I took the face cam off. Yeah, sorry. I know you're not happy about that. You never are. Yes, give everybody kisses. Kiss, kiss, kiss. But no one sees you on that one, baby. Sorry. Sorry, sweet sweets. No one sees you. No. They only see this body. Hi, Tita. Yes, there's Rom. We're gonna take a few minutes, and then I will start the Scratchboard Art, which means Romeo has to get off of the desk. Hello, Amy. Hope you're feeling better, sweetie. Yes, look at all that. Yes. Yes, there's a baby boy. He's here for 2 more minutes. Yes, the baby's been giving kisses. He doesn't realize that the face cam's not on. The reason why is because I'm going to be trying to upload this onto my YouTube channel so people can see what the Scratchboard Art is. Hopefully I'll work it out. And when I did a download of my video, I found that my cam's on. Hi, Mikey. How are you doing, sweetheart? I'm gonna start with no freezing and no sound. Ah, FUD. Okay. I can turn on the closed captioning, which is gonna be ridiculous. But luckily, I don't know. Hold on. Where's my mouse? There it is. Yeah, which one are you on, Tita? I hope this closed captioning doesn't come over either, because this will be a freaking pain in the butt. Because I'm afraid that if I do turn this on, it might show up. I hope not. Alright, so I've turned on the CC. Hopefully you don't need it. but if you do, it's there. Okay, Rum Rum, you gotta come down, baby. I'm sorry, but down you go. We mean down I go. Yes. Down you go, baby. Oh. Okay. No, not on the chair. Oh. What are you doing, Goofy Boat? Okay. Alright, let's start this off. Let's go close. The other one's on. Oh, yeah, that's really... Alright. So we're going to start with some Scratchboard Art. For those of you who don't know, I got this in my Paletteful Petite box. And I've already done, what we're going to do is a baby chicken. Alright. So to transfer this onto this, I'm going to take a number 6B and just put graphite all over this. I really want to make sure that it's really good around the edges, because that's what's going to be transferred over. Okay. Take this, and I kind of made it where it would, where I don't have to tape it down. I'm going to take a pen and go around the drawing. I take it Mary has her closed captioning open.
Yes, turn it off. You're taking a pep.
Oh boy, here we go. As I said, I hate the closed captioning because it doesn't really work. Now, let me... Is anybody using the closed captioning, by the way? Yay or nay? Thank you. Good. And I know you can barely see it, but there's actually graphite right around all these edges that I just did.
If you angle it, you can see it.
See? That's what you wanted you to do, is to do that. Then you've got two tools. You have one with a very sharp point, and then you've got this one here. The sharp point can be used for a lot of different areas from what I've been watching. This is when you want to put a lot more areas out. Make it longer. So, I am going to work on this. And I'm turning the closed captioning off before Mary has a heart attack from the laughter. Sorry.
I turned mine off. You can leave it on.
I'm not leaving it on. Alright, so I need to go to the picture. Alright. Now you want to go slow because where you're taking off the black, it's hard to get the black back. So you want to go slow because of that. Now, of course, since I'm doing a baby chick, there's feathers. So there's not going to be a line except for where the beak is at. So right now I'm just outlining this, so in case I smudge my hand against it, I don't miss anything. And as we all know, baby chicks, if you didn't know, are very fluffy. And you really do want to go slow. Because if you don't, and you take off too much, it's hard to put it back. You say fuzzy, I say fluffy. Because they're both. So I am trying to get the lines done before I go into the deeper parts. Hello. I'm scared. I've just started. The only thing you've missed is me transferring the drawing onto the scratch board. That's all you've missed. And the funny thing about this is that this tool can be used. I watched one person do this, and they used it, just this only one tool, to do their whole thing, and it was an owl. It was gorgeous. And I see what he's saying about turning it around and making the marks. That's okay, she likes lurkers. Jolyn, how are you doing, sweetheart? Okay, so I have like this one. go. Not too much. Okay, now. Like I said, you want to go slow. Okay, Marky, you want to go slow because it's hard to put black back in than it is taking the highlight out. So. Whoa. Yeah, I'd say it's a long day. Good. I'm glad the pain's okay. Well, no. Mommy can't handle you right now, baby. No. Yeah. Telling a cat no. Yeah, that works. Not even. Also, move around your board. Don't let it just stay in one spot. And Mommy's gonna get rid of a cat. Who's not happy? Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's an interesting medium. I will say this much. Have to be very careful with it, because like you said, like it says, you know, this is actually what you can replace the ink with, but you don't want to do that. You want to just, if you take it slow, it should be fine, you know. Like I said, I'm sitting here and I'm trying to go slow. Tita said she tried again, so I think she did. It's a used iPad. So you just keep doing, you know. Now we're on my new laptop. Oh boy. Not good, not good, not good. Okay. Right there. Okay. I know, babe. I know, it's frustrating. I know it's frustrating, sweetie. I always have trouble like this. See what I'm doing now. It has to be random enough. Make it too early. Actually, I'm trying to do the fur and feathers and things like that. With the scratch art, you want to keep it flowing, and what I'm going to do is, because I've also got these, I'm going to try to put that also in here. So it's going to be interesting. Okay, now comes the fun part. It's funny how I've expanded this to the point that I can see it, and it's not the same. And you're sitting there and you really got to do these really, really tiny furs. You see these long flowing feathers, and then all of a sudden it's like it goes literally short. It's weird. So yes, I'm trying to be as possible to it. Am I doing a drawing challenge now? Can't remember what I agreed to do. Actually, you're doing September and October. I'm doing the Zen Tangles in August. That's what we agreed on. Amy. So that's the one thing you've got to, when you're looking at it, you're looking at some of the stuff. It's like some of these are very long. Yeah, you're doing 2 Halloween ones. So, you know, you've got oh, good news or bad news, Mikey? Ooh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Make sure about the rest of the body. Okay, Rome's having his
Is that Romeo?
Yes, that's Romeo.
Oh, cats.
Seriously. Call the listen, so sorry. Alright, so what do we got? I'm gonna do the legs now. Let's try the opposite way. This way. I think it would be a candidate because you're saying, there you go. He left that information. Seriously? Yeah. Well, some doctors don't have list Mikey said was okay to leave the message on the voicemail, they'll do it. If not, they'll ask you to call them back. Some of them give you that opportunity. They ask, do you want this? Uh-oh. It's interesting. True. That's always a pain in the butt when you have to play phone tag. It's like, I don't know why you called me. Could you tell me? So that's why most people go ahead and say, just leave the message on my voicemail, please. So I'll have to play this. And this was for what again? I'm sorry, Mikey. Can't be easy. I think I've pretty much got it. I've always had questions. Well, that's understandable. You know, you want more information and. I've pretty much got this one where I want it, I think. There we go. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, wow, really? Not much, huh? Okay. So I'm going to take some water. Drop. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I think I want to water it down a lot. And somebody said we should put it on water paper. I'm actually going to put it on a napkin.
down the,
Oh.
you can hold it down.
There we go. Do. I'm just gonna. Do I know what I'm doing? No. And I think what I should have done, which I didn't do. Yep. These brushes I don't care about because these are not my good brushes. Yes, I do know I'm not doing this right. You don't have to tell me. I already know I'm not. True, I have no idea what I'm doing. I should have wiped this down before I freaking put ink on it, but that's okay.
Big Baba napkin.
Just a little bit more. Oops, wrong one. Okay, I'm confused. What did you just put on the piece of paper that's to scratch off? This piece of paper? Is that what you're referring to, Mikey? Is that what you're referring to? What were you looking at, Mikey? Which I think I just put a little too much. There we
I
go.
just answered that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, supposedly you can get this, but depends on where you get it from. This is Scratchboard. I actually got it in my, hold on a second, and I'll show you the box. This is where I got it from. And it's Scratchboard Art. Now, some are shown to have they say some of the big.
Isn't it kind of like a slate paper?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a slate. Actually, you can really make these, to be honest. Basically, all you need is India ink covered thickly, and then any scratch thing, whether it's a X-Acto knife, whatever. But basically, that's all it is. So you can actually make your own. Now, don't ask me why I'm constantly putting more of this stuff on there. Ooh, that does work out. Yay. But I'm just keep putting the paint. Probably don't need this much on there, but I'm doing it this way for me. And it's looking pretty good, so that's shocking. Here's the other one. This is the 5x7. Ampersand makes these. Like I said, you can make your own. These are Scratchboard inks. So I'm waiting for it to die down a little bit. Let's see here. Hi, babe. Why are you determined to come up here when you know?
I don't want her.
I know. Good grief, it's okay.
He was drinking it.
No, he wasn't. He sniffed it. And no. No, he wasn't. My goodness. He just sniffed it. Mary freaks out over the littlest things. She thinks for 5 seconds I'd let Romeo drink the water. She's nuts. Well, yeah, you definitely do not like this. Okay, can I have my... No, you can't keep scratching. I know you want people to see you, baby, but... You're so silly. But you're gonna come off, baby. No, that way. There we go. So...
There you go. Hi. Is it baby? Is it baby? Not a baby?
Now this makes no sense, does it? I just painted this and here I am marking it off. Well, this is the highlights. And this is what you do for the highlights. And this. Hey, how you doing? So you come back in and you start doing highlights after you've painted it. And I know it doesn't make a lot of sense. Okay, that was weird.
Romeo's in front of me.
Ah, that's why my cats decided to type. And you're doing a little bit of highlights here. Like I said, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it does.
Okay, good. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, go. No, you're not gonna go.
Of course not. He says, I like where nanos. There we go. No, I have not. Go a little bit right in here. Okay. Alrighty. So to give you an idea, I think there's a little bit more. Oops. And there you have it. That's almost it. am not perfect at this. Of course, my drawing is not that perfect either, but well, she wasn't feeling good. She needed a nap. And there you have it. And there you have that with the paintings. So, yeah, not too bad. So this is what, prompt 1? Hold on, give me a second. Thank you. First time doing it, so let's see here. Nope, that was prompt 2. So let's go ahead and post this to my Instagram. So, what do we do this as? Alright. Thank you, gang, for giving me the props. Yeah, there is plenty of those. Thank you. There you go. It is now posted. I still have this big one, which we can do a landscape on. I don't know, but for the first time doing this, not bad. I will say that I took it easy, which is good. I could put this down. Yes, you can make your own with crayons. Yes. Mary and I went to a Michael's class where we actually took color pencils and we did some, colors in the background, then covered it in India ink, and then made a drawing out of it. Scratched our own drawing out. I learned a lot. I don't know how you would mix certain, these are the primary colors, which is great, but I'm not that good at making brown. I think you can make black. Oh, sorry, I picked up the wrong ones. These are the primary colors. I would love to have inks that would be able to use your own. Makes more sense. But to make your own board, yeah, and just get some black India ink, coat it, let it dry, and then, yeah, I make purple, green, orange, yes, brown, not sure. I don't know if I can make brown. What's brown?
Yeah, all the colors make brown.
Oh, all the colors make brown? I thought they made black. Oops.
White does.
I could probably have gone in a little deeper in some areas. That way the colors would be. Can you try other inks on that board? I have no idea. In all honesty, I don't know. They came with their own Scratchboard ink, so I do not know. There you go. Brown is usually green and red. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright. But there is a, if you didn't want to use graphite, you could use chalk. It's close to black, yeah. Because those are complementary colors. They mute each other out. There is a, what's the words I want to use? There is a transfer paper that it has white. Close to neutrals, okay. And you would do the same thing. You just push it in between and you put it down and you trace. I think Mary might have some.
Here it is.
This is the paper I was referring to. It's almost like, remember carbon paper? Well, this is the same stuff, except you take a sheet, like so. You do this, and whatever side has the white on it, yeah, there ain't nothing popping up. I think it's this side.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to draw.
It doesn't do it until you press it.
Yeah, I guess that's it. And then you can draw it out. Yeah, Marilyn was sent home, I think Mary told me. Here you go. So, I made mine just a little too high, so that's why you got to be careful when you place it down, the picture and everything. Yeah, they put them on temporary disability. There. All right. So, there is the check. Like I said, I did put them a little too high, but that's okay. I did do some coloring, which was kind of interesting. But I learned a lot with this. Any questions? That's not good. No? Okay. No questions? All right. Kind of like it. Could have done better, but not bad for my first attempt. Sorry, Amy. And I only used one of the tools. I didn't use the other one. I didn't use this one. They have several different marking tools, and I only used this one today, which comes out. True, Tita. True. That's true, too. Because if he gets it, technically you could go after him. But I doubt he could really go after him. Well, if there's no questions, I don't know what else to do. That was the only thing, and I thought it would take much longer than it did. Which I'm amazed it didn't take that long. No, you're just being honest. There you go. Me too. No, temporary disability, probably not. Probably not. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one, Mary, because of the fact that I know when I was applying for Social Security, they gave me hell for getting unemployment. Well, I don't have anything else to do, folks. I don't know. I think we're going to call it a quick evening tonight. I honestly thought it would take longer, but I guess not. Let me draw. Hopefully, if he has that insurance. If he doesn't have that insurance, no, it doesn't. I do too, for that matter. Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna call it, since I have nothing else, and I thought this was going to take a hell of a lot longer than it did. I'm gonna say it's time for me to go, and I'm glad y'all showed up. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this made sense. Like I said, I still need to, you know, for a first attempt, it's not bad. It's not bad. So I hopefully will make a little bit more of this.
Oh, that's so good.
And it's another thing that I didn't really need to learn. That I needed to get into. Dang! So, without further ado, y'all have a good evening. I enjoyed it. Bye for now.